Hey guys, what's up? It's Joel. I've been told I have to introduce the podcast today. Unfortunately, Mike was not being able to be here with us. So Dom and Pat, would you like to introduce yourselves?
Hey,
Dom,
I'm
there you go.
Dom, and I'm being an asshole and passing the host on to Joel.
And I'm Pat, and I'm also sitting on the sidelines and listening to Joel host the podcast.
Oh god.
Last week on the podcast, we did get a viewer ask a question. Dom, do you want to start us off with that?
Yeah. We're gonna make this our first topic actually, and we have a comment by a guy called Brooke Kelly, and he says, "Hey, Brotime, do you think they're going to up the price of the accessories despite the decrease in price of hardware from the current gen consoles to the next gen consoles?" So we don't actually know if they're going to decrease the price of hardware, but whatever. Anyways, you're making these controllers seem legit, and the unveiling of Sony's new PS4 controller looks pretty pricey as well. What are your thoughts, guys? Basically, for those of you who have been living under a rock this past week, PS4, actually no, they haven't leaked it. Someone who has the developer's kit of the PlayStation 4, they've got their hands of the new controller and they've just leaked the crap out of it. They've uploaded, I think, several new images and it's just all over the web. And yeah, it's just giving us a nice little sneak peek beforehand. And if you notice that it's got a few new features, the analog sticks have changed dramatically. They look more like the Xbox analog sticks. And it appears to have like a touchscreen on the controller. So basically, Brock just wants to know, do we think that with these new added features, mostly being the touchscreen, will that increase the price of a controller, accessories, and other hardware? What do you guys think?
Definitely. 100%. They would. It's like them selling a Nintendo DS for the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Because let's think about how much the new Wii U pad thing costs. How much do you know? Have any idea, Pat?
Well, you can't actually buy it in any other country but Japan, and Japan has it for $150. And really, there is no use for a second Wii U gamepad because it comes with one anyway. And no games have been developed for a second one. But I guess in terms of if it breaks, if they decide to just throw their Wii U gamepad at the screen,
fuck this.
Yeah, I don't know. You can buy one, but no, nobody else sells them. So interesting move by Nintendo. But yeah, no, I'm definitely expecting, PlayStation and Xbox to bump up their prices on their controller purchases. That's kind of a given.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that maybe it'll go up by $10. So let's say, I think a wireless controller for the Xbox is $40, give or take. Let's say 30, 40. I think the next controller will be maybe $10 more. Nothing too big, because at the end of the day, all it is another controller, and yeah, they do break. They go flying at the TV. They go, I don't know, battery packs die out. And yeah, my point is that stuff does happen to controllers very quickly and very easily, unless they're just putting more time and effort into it and they're making it of better quality. So yeah, I don't think that will make it cost too much. And of course, you got your third-party developers who make crappier models or cheaper out of poorer quality, and you can just get that instead of the home brand stuff. But yeah, in my opinion, I don't think it'll cost a whole lot more, and it'll just be too much on everyone's wallets for that kind of stuff, especially with how pricey it is now. I mean, I'm happy to pay $15 for a wired controller and not be by Microsoft, because at the end of the day, I take care of my controllers, and a controller is a controller. That's all I use it for. I don't need some fancy modded, custom-designed controller. I just want to play the game, and that's it.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good sum up.
On other accessories, maybe, like, let's say, what else is there?
Mics.
Headsets and all that stuff. Yeah, mics.
God. The amount of headsets I go through.
Yeah, I reckon. What else is there? I don't know. I reckon other accessories.
What's?
Oh, God damn it! Go on.
Yeah, I think the only way we'll see a major price change is depending on the added features of the new controllers. And I know in terms of headsets and mics and accessories, we're starting to see a big kind of change in terms of cross compatibility. So, you used to have headsets that only worked for Xbox, only worked for PS3, and now you're having Xbox, PS3, and PC from third-party developers. So, in terms of accessory price, I don't think, like, especially headphones and stuff, unless it's developed by the company who developed the console, I don't think we will get any price bump ups. You might be paying extra for some cords or some plugs or stuff like that that you need for your upcoming console. But in terms of accessories like headsets and stuff, I think you should be pretty sweet.
Yeah, some stuff will go up, some stuff will go down, some stuff will stay the same. But my point is that if, like, once again, a controller is a controller. Don't make it too fancy and expensive, because at the end of the day, shit's going to happen to it and we're going to need to replace it. So yeah, staying on the topic of gaming, but hopefully that answers your question, Brock. We're going to be have some real bro talk. And yeah, we're just going to be talking about why people play video games. Why do guys, girls, why does society enjoy killing time when it comes to video games? Doesn't matter what you play, what drives people to pick up a game and give maybe their whole lives to it, maybe some of the time to kill it, pass it if you're bored. What is it? Just an entertainment factor, like a movie, or is it a lifestyle? Like, Pat, do you want to go first?
Sure. Personally, I believe that kind of games have really evolved from where they were, and now, especially to me, they're more like a book or a story than they are, especially the games I play. They're more like a book or a story than they are just kind of something for entertainment and high scores. You saw a massive change from, having like an Atari and playing Pong and Space Invaders, and then you still had games with features that had points, like Mario, although it's pretty much redundant, had points up the top, just for people who enjoy getting points. I don't know.
Me.
Yeah, and then I think there's just this huge separation of two completely different games. You have games are becoming more like ways of telling stories than they are, than they are just about kind of winning. But in saying that, it's kind of branched off into two parts. So personally, I play because I like, my favorite types of games are puzzlers. I do like first-person shooters, but mainly games where I can explore and kind of live a story rather than.
So yeah, you play for the entertainment value to kill time. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I mean, if it's a good game, I mean, the Halo franchise is the only game I really buy for the campaign in terms of the story. But personally, I think I'd like go insane if I didn't have a game to play. Like, I play to kill time because I'm just that bored, and that's what I guess drives me to make YouTube videos as well, because it's just another bonus of making it fun as well. A game that's let's see, something that's actually entertaining, and I mean like entertaining for me, is some of the simple stuff like the indie games like Geometry Wars. But I'll play World of Warcraft not for the reason that let's say some of the hardcore fans will play it like to get on every day, grind
Dailies.
just to get grind, hop on every day to do missions and quests to get a bit of gear, just to prove to yourself and to other people around you that for some reason your damage per second matters. Like, to me, the reason why I stopped for a long period of time was because that kicked in. I was like, why? I don't see any motivation. No, like, seriously, like,
No, I understand.
who gives a
I
shit?
agree.
Like, who matters?
Exactly.
But yeah, like, I play for the pure boredom factor that I just need something to do, and I've got Joel with me that really makes it a good time. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't honestly touch the game if I didn't have someone to play with. And if it just wasn't as big and open as it is.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my opinion. Today, Junior, fucking stutter. Yeah.
Yeah, well, look, I guess I play games to just, I don't know, get away. I don't.
Yeah.
It's
It's a great escape, really. I mean, you can only go to the movies so much and throw out so much money, whereas if a game has a great amount of replay value, then the developer's done a good job, whether it's fun or whether they've given you enough stuff to do because you don't want to do your schoolwork
yeah.
or whatever else. But yeah, no, it's funny because a lot of shootings have occurred in America, and the government, like, I'm not having a go at the American government, but that's really fucking stupid. They're all blaming it on video games and the fact that half of the video games that come out today are like MA rated,
Yeah.
and there's some sort of gory blood scene, like Call of Duty, the COD franchise, and all that shit. When in actual fact, from research, games are supposed to be very therapeutic and do the exact opposite, like relieve stress. I mean, don't get me wrong, like fucking everyone plays COD and wants to throw like a controller at a TV.
I have.
But the whole point of gaming is to do the opposite and really connect you with people and have a great time.
Yeah.
So that's honestly stupid that they're going to try and put a stop or go against the games we love to play.
What's really crazy as well is I've really started to notice that game developers love giving their players something to talk about after they've finished the game or after they've played a section of the game. People love telling their experience to other people.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's kind of where we're seeing games head. You know, they're having these kind of big epic stories, or you know, it's almost like different art forms. You know, you have these big epic stories or these little things that catch your eye, or they look really beautiful. They've put a pun in the game, and it kind of brings people together because people have something to discuss. You know, you guys play WoW, and so therefore, you know, you guys discuss the things that you're doing. You know, I've got a good mate of mine who I play Guild Wars with, because I've never really gotten into WoW. But you know, I have people that I play with, and I love telling my story, and they love telling theirs. I think it's a really important part of gaming now.
Yeah, definitely.
I guess, you know, like your typical hobby and all that stuff. It's another way for people to connect if they don't want to talk about sports and no one wants to talk about school. Yeah, it's just a great way to connect people, I guess, and for whatever reason you play, for whatever genre you play. It's just really connecting the world together in a good way like that.
Anyways, guys, we might move on to our next topic, which is actors and movies and our favorite. Like, what's our favorite out of them? So Dom, I'll start off with you.
Alright, so in the last episode I mentioned that the Batman trilogy, love it, especially the second movie, which is The Dark Knight. I've seen that like at least 30 times, and I'm still watching it like over and over again. I actually, I've watched twice this week, the first Alien movie, and I love it, but for some reason, both times I've like had my laptop with me on my lap at the same time, so I've like missed bits of movies. But I wouldn't say I really have a favorite actor. I used to really love Will Smith in his movies, especially I Am Legend.
Yeah.
I thought that was a great movie.
We hate Leonardo DiCaprio, we know that.
Fuck that. Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Cruise I don't like. They're
So can't stand Tom Cruise, but
Tom Cruise is understandable, but like, yeah, you're retarded, Dom.
Alright. What's that movie where the guy, his family gets, I think his house gets robbed a few years later, and his family gets killed, and he gets robbed, like, all in that same night. They go to court, and the robbers don't go to jail or anything because they have no proof.
Yeah, that movie.
Yeah. Then a few years later, he gets back at the legal system, like the court of law and justice, because they have no proof that he's done
something about
something.
justice. I know it's fuck.
Sounds like Judge
Yeah,
Dredd.
I always talk about this movie, but I never remember the fucking name of it, the title.
Law-abiding citizen.
That's
There
the
we
one.
go. That's
Yes!
a great one. So I really love those kind of dark storylines. How like it's got to do with like corruption of like the system, and like I guess just really sticking it to the man. If that makes sense, like there's really like Batman Dark Knight. You got the Joker who's like just absolutely crapping on everyone, and the same with law-abiding citizen. He's just YOLOing it right to the end.
What about you, Joel?
Wait, what?
I was gonna say, Joel, what do you think of? What are your favorite actors in movies?
My favorite actor in a movie vary. Like that's all I can say. It's vary. Right now, my favorite actor, I can't think of his name, but he's the one who plays the guy in the Bourne Legacy, the newer one.
Fuck.
I always forget his name. I always
But
forget his name.
Exactly. And I actually like that guy so much. I don't know why. I like the action movies. Yeah, I like them. However, they're not my favorite movies.
Yeah.
Right now, my favorite movie is Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
It's just, I don't know how to explain it. I just love it. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I have. I think I know why. It's a different movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different to what we usually see in cinemas. It's different to an action-packed, kind of like an adventure, a roller coaster to remember kind of thing. It's more like a movie that it gets you thinking.
Oh, definitely. And you know the song, how they can't find the name of the song.
Yeah.
Okay. It mentions the singer's name and the title of the song at least 20 times in there. And it's just, like, use Google! It's not that hard! But yeah, apart from that,
true.
great movie.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I love thought-provoking movies. At the moment though, I think Robert Downey Jr. and Johnny Depp have been my two favorite.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're into guys with goatees.
Like I love. Well, I mean, okay. In terms of director, Tim Burton is doing a really good job of. I mean, he utilizes Johnny Depp's skills so well, and I mean, his wife Helena Bonham Carter. They're both amazing actors, actor and actresses. But I think Robert Downey Jr. has come back from so much, and he is doing so well. Like, I love him in Sherlock Holmes. I think he's awesome Iron Man.
The first Sherlock Holmes was great. The second one was a bit
I like the
seen
second
it.
one. I think it's just as good. I think in terms of my favorite movie, though, I don't have a favorite. Like, I have a favorite in each genre, but I don't have a favorite that I could watch probably on repeat every day. I mean, I loved. I just recently watched a movie called Take Shelter, and I think that's an awesome movie. It's very thought provoking, and it's one of those movies that's very slow, but it's almost like a constant, not thriller, a suspense movie, because you don't know whether the actual character. Basically, it's about a guy who is having like visions, and he's hearing sounds of a storm that's coming, like a catastrophic storm, but he doesn't know whether he's going insane or if he's prophesying, and he doesn't talk to anybody, so he's almost going schizophrenic. He's going crazy over it, and the end has a massive cliffhanger. And I love those type of movies because it doesn't need to have, it could be a silent film, and you could still it'd still make you think, because there is no need for violence. There isn't a lot of music. It's not like it can either be an intense film or a kind of boring film, and it can still push you on that edge of thinking. And I love that in movies. I think it's great.
Yeah, see, that's what we need more of, because I really haven't seen a decent sci-fi film this year. Like,
No,
I was just going to say, Dom, when you said you haven't seen a decent sci-fi film, were you also referring to Prometheus?
That was last year.
Yeah,
Like-
but did you like Prometheus? I want to talk to you guys about that quickly. Did you like that?
Yeah. It was a little slow, but yeah, I liked it.
Pat, what do you think?
I did like it personally. I mean, I liked everything in terms of story. I thought it was great. Like Dom said, it did feel a little bit slow, but not to the point where I couldn't bear it. Like it was a typical. See, they didn't make it so much blood and gore to the point where it was like, oh, another Alien movie. It was more of a thought provoker than an Alien movie, which is what I liked.
I really didn't like the idea. It's like, oh look, we found a cave painting. Let's go to another planet now. Oh look, we're here.
Yeah.
We're dying. Okay.
No,
but
it made you think.
it did. And I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah.
yeah. I think
I'm definitely looking forward to it. Even though, like, I could have enjoyed it more. I felt like if they put a bit more effort in to the storyline, I could have enjoyed it more. But yeah,
That's the thing, like, with the first one, people had so many questions, like, about what was that alien sitting at the beginning of the film, and who was he, and the origins of the xenomorphs. And then Prometheus tried to answer that when, whether it be intentional or not, they accidentally, like, opened up. Fuck, how did I say that? Intentional or not, accidentally. Okay, they opened up more questions.
yeah.
And that's why now they're going to do a second one, because, yeah, they just didn't.
Oh, they had to, because at the end of the first one, like, she's flying to the next planet, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that, I don't know.
Anyways.
And then you got the new Aliens game that just came out, which is apparently, like,
Oh, I was
everyone's
looking at
umming and ahhing about it. Like, it's supposed to be shit, but if you're a hardcore fan, you will, I guess, appreciate the storyline.
Yeah, we've sold so many copies of that game at work, and I have people come in who return it, and I have people come in who say they'd never want to return it. It's an amazing game, so I think it's kind of massive spectrum.
All right, guys. On that topic, we'll just go on to what are you guys actually playing, like, at the moment? What games? So, Pat, I'll start off with you.
Well, I mean, since Guild Wars 2 has come out, I've been constantly playing that. That's kind of a given. But in terms of just games in general, I have been playing Pulse, which you can see on the actual Brotime channel. But I think the game that's kind of really been on my mind for the past past 2 weeks now has been Antichamber, which is an indie game that was released on Steam. And it is bloody hard. Like, I started playing it and I just had a headache within the first 5 minutes. I ended up finishing it after about 15 hours of gameplay, but in saying that, there are videos of people who could finish it in 5 minutes. So it's a game that is a puzzler, but the actual mechanics itself aren't hard. It's the fact that it's pretty much constructed like an Escher painting, and for people who, I guess, for most people don't know what an Escher painting is,
I have no fucking clue.
it's that painting it's that drawing where there are a whole bunch of stairs going in different directions and all doors in different positions, like upside down and stuff. It's pretty much like that. Like, a perfect example is you're standing in a hallway and there's stairs going down and stairs going up. Now, all the colors are just the primary colors and black and white and lines. Like, so it really basic colors. Okay, so you've got stairs going down, stairs going up. Now, if you go up the stairs, you take 2 right turns, and you keep walking, and you're in the same room again. So I was like, all right, I'll take the stairs down. Take the stairs down. I'm in the same room again. Thought, okay, maybe there's a pattern. So I, down, down, up, up. I try all these patterns. I thought maybe I'll just turn around and go back the way I came. This is after 25 minutes of just kind of trying to figure out what to do. I turn around and it's a completely different room. So it really fucks with your head. Like, it's just this constant change, and it doesn't punish you. Like, you don't get game overs. There are little hints on the wall all the time that tell you where to go, what to do, but not to the point where it gives it away. It's like, sometimes falling is just what you need to get back up, and there's like a little doorway. But in saying that, when you press escape, like back to the menu, you've got a map, but the map isn't linear. because all the rooms link.
Of course it wouldn't be.
Yeah, so it's a headache game, but I love it. And that's kind of what I've been thinking about / playing.
Alright, Don, what have you been playing apart from WoW, obviously?
What have I been playing? Bub. Actually, I don't think anything. I did a quick video on the Pokemon TCG online. So I touched that maybe once a week. I think that's about it, to be honest. I've been meaning to go back to the Crisis 3 beta, but I just haven't. In terms of what I'm watching, I watch Young Justice, which is an anime, and it's on Cartoon Network. But don't get me wrong, it's got a really good storyline when you watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
And basically, no, come on.
I'm kidding. Keep going.
Fucking hell.
I watch it for the plot.
I really do, guys. It's Cartoon Network. It's really good.
I can't really talk. I watch Adventure Time, but I love it. So fuck you guys.
Oh god.
In the regular show in Adventure Time, Naruto, the Japanese, so English subtitled one, of course. I've just started getting into that. But yeah, I think WoW's the only thing I'm really playing. And you'll see me play like. Sorry.
A couple of months. We've been stuck on that for a couple of months. We're just trying to get. Yeah.
But yeah, like besides the rare indie game, which I'll upload a video of, that's pretty much it. And I guess that's the best part about indie games is because like you can have fun and it's different. Like it's not your typical first-person shooter, and that's what we need more of, really. Yeah. Anyways, go on, Joel.
Oh no, I'm in the same boat as you. I really haven't touched my Xbox since Christmas probably. Since I got Black Ops 2 for the first couple of weeks, I was just like, oh, this is terrible. It wasn't a terrible game. It was a nice game, but yeah, I just got bored real quickly because I have this game that has a whole world inside itself, and I have things to do on that world. Yeah.
What are you watching?
Oh, what am I watching? Finished 7 seasons of Dexter in like 2 weeks. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
I watched Breaking Bad. Cannot wait for that. Game of Thrones. Cannot wait for that. Walking Dead is back out again. Thank God. The new episode was, however, mediocre. Yeah, there's a new game on that as well. I can't wait for. I'm probably going to get it.
Wait, what? Like the iPod games?
No. Like an Xbox game. If anyone actually knows the show, it's more about Daryl and Merle who, before they met up with the group, them fending for themselves.
Is it going to be like a Left 4 Dead kind of thing, or is it going to be like I don't know, like a story?
I think it's going to be really plot. It might be a bit Left 4 Dead-y. I didn't see much into it. I saw it and I was like, I want that game. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Nice one.
We might actually end it there, guys. I'm going to take this opportunity here to advertise my channel. It's just on the side of the Brotime channel. Joel Fell, just to upload a few videos every now and then. Yeah, you guys want to say anything before we go?
Yeah, just stay tuned to Brotime. We've got so many different vids out. Not YouTube. Tutorials, they'll be coming up eventually. Let's plays, WoW, Guild Wars, Pokemon,
Pulse,
the TCG, as well as the actual thing.
Pulse.
What else? Indie games, Pulse. Check that out. It's really good. We got us playing Scribble Online, which is absolutely hilarious. You guys will enjoy that.
Bloody funny.
Yeah, we should all do that again sometime.
Yeah, I completely agree. Alright, guys. Pat, anything you want to say?
I'm really happy to be doing this. Thanks guys for listening and
yeah, it's been a month. It's been 4 weeks now.
Huh. What do you know?
Yeah, happy anniversary, guys.
Celebrate anniversaries. Guys. We're all going to break up before you know it.
Don't say that.
We've already lost one member. It's like Survivor Island right here. We're chucking our votes to who kick out next. Alright guys, thanks heaps for watching. Yeah, stay tuned. Bye bye.